Hello everyone, and my name is White Dragon, and welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to talk about the books I read in 2023. And I know it's kind of late because right now it's 2024, to be accurate it's February, and I still have my Christmas tree in the background because I was struggling a lot with this Christmas tree, and now I want to have this Christmas tree in the background of my every video. And if you haven't seen the video when I was decorating the Christmas tree, you should go and check it out because it was kind of funny. And as I said, I was struggling a lot, trust me. I was trying to take the Christmas tree out of box for 20 minutes. And with this video I was also struggling. I was filming for an hour or maybe more. Then I see the video materials and understand that I'm not in focus. So now I hope that I'm in focus and you can hear me properly. And let's go straight to the video. In the year of 2023 I read 6 books. 6. That's a really small amount. I was hoping to read my Goodreads goal was 50 books. 50. And I read 6. I can find a lot of excuse for you. I was traveling, I was sick, I was studying, I had my first internship and everything, but yeah. Anyways, I read only 6 books. And we are going to talk about them. I will tell you my opinion on these books, my ratings, how much stars did I give them, and do I recommend them or not. And then we will find out my best book of the year and my worst book of 2023. I have my list on my phone, so I will read from here. I started my 2023 year with the series. Actually, I was finishing the first book of the series and I finished it only in January 2023, so I started it much earlier, like in 2022. So I don't know if we can count it or not, but let's count it because I finished it in January. The book series is called Sands of Arabia by Hafsa Faizal. I'm sorry if I didn't read it right. English is not my first language. And the first book is called We Hunt the Flame. And I gave this book 3 out of 5 stars. And now let's talk why. First of all, I quite liked this book because I like the humor, maybe some characters, especially liked one side character. He was really funny. But in general, the world building wasn't nice at all because, for example, you have an immortal creature in your book. But then you say you can kill this creature, so the creature is not immortal. And you should describe the rules by which the world works and how you can kill this creature or not. But the author decided to not describe it. So actually I thought that maybe this is the first work of this author, the first book, and that's why there are a lot of such mistakes. But still, it's not an excuse because I paid my money for the book. I was reading this book. I spent a lot of time on this book because the book is like 500 pages or 600 pages, something like that. But I'm not sure because I don't have these books with me anymore. Like some of the books which I didn't like, I already sell or I'm going to sell, but all of them are not here, not in this flat, because all of them are returned back to my home country. As you know, or maybe not, I'm not living in my home country, I'm studying abroad right now, so I have my shelf of books I need to read, and always when I finish the books and I'm going home, I take all of them with me and put them there. So I could have more empty space here, but actually I don't have any empty space on my bookshelf. I still have some of the books on my, I don't remember how it's called. The window stuff. I'll Google it and put in the video. And also, there are some moments when the character goes to the one point, and then the character sometimes appears in another point, without any sentence telling us that the character went from the point A to point B, you know? We need more description in the book, how the character goes, because imagine you picture it in your head the character's adventures, okay? How the character is traveling, and you see, oh, the character is going to the forest, but now the character is in the middle. And in your head, your film just stops, you know? I think I'm not the only one who see like pictures in my head when I read the books. And in your head, something goes wrong because you cannot understand how the character get there. How? Can someone explain it to me? But also, oh my god, the bottles. The bottles of the series are so bad. It's like the most exciting point of the book because you're reading and you're waiting for this battle. And the characters talk a lot about this battle. And then the battle is written really bad. Like there is no good description, nothing. So I can't say that I recommend this book. only if you like this Arabian vibes, because I think this is like Arabian fantasy. So if you like this type of mythology, folklore, and this type of atmosphere and vibe, so you should read it. But again, I think you can find better books on this topic, so I don't recommend it. The second book in this series is called We Three Stars. I gave this book 2 out of 5. It's the lowest mark I think I've ever gave to the book, but I really didn't like it. But still, because of some characters and some humor and some scenes, I gave it 2, not 1 star, okay? Again, the description, there is not enough description. There is not enough description, as you understood. Also, the whole series, like these 2 books, they're huge. You're reading and waiting for like bad scene of your romance trope, okay? And in the end, there's just sentence. Yeah, they went to bed, they like kissed, and then they woke up in the next page. I was never disappointed so much in my life. I was really, really disappointed. I know that this book is probably 16 plus, but again, why do you not give more kisses at least? Or also, the first book we had so many cute and hot scenes, romance scenes, and then in the second book, our characters in the end behave really stupid. Why do they even do that? I don't understand. Yeah, let's go to the next book. The third book, which you probably already know because it's really popular, and I also made a video about this book. It's The Life Hypothesis. I read this book on this channel. If you haven't seen it yet, go and check it out. And this book is by Ellie Hazelwood, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And in the video, I told you why, what I didn't like, what I liked, and everything, so I'm not going to tell you a lot. But I can say that I enjoyed the first half of the book, that's why I gave it 3, not 2 stars. And the second half of the book was not good for me at all, because the conflict was like so miserable. You can literally go and talk, and the character just like, no, I'm not going to talk, so... And then they talk! And you just spend like 2 or 3 chapters, maybe not, maybe I'm just lying, I don't remember how much chapters, reading about her character's struggle and stupid decisions. So, like, if you like such type of books, you should read it, but I don't know. I know that a lot of people really like this book, but as you can see, I'm not a fan of it. Maybe I like other books by Ellie Hazelwood, and in my plan and my TBR is to read some of them. For example, her new book, Checkmate, and others. It's not an advertising. Nobody paid for this. But yeah, this one is totally minus for me. Sorry. Sorry for the fans. If you like this book, it's good, you enjoyed it, you get it, but maybe I just didn't get it. The next book we are going to talk is The House in the Cerulean Sea. And guys, I gave this book 5 stars. 5 out of 5. I love it so much. I just recommend it to read to everyone, you know? For example, if you struggle in your life about the meaning of the word house, home, not house, home, what does home means to you, and maybe you're in your 20s, in your crisis, and you're trying to decide what do you want to do in life, I recommend to read this book. It's not like this book is going to give you a huge lesson, but it definitely raises some topics to think about, and I like the characters really much. In the end, this book made me cry, not because of the sadness, I would say because of the kindness and happiness. This book is really kind. I don't know how to explain it more. And I know that the author, T.J. Klune, is going to release a second book in this year, I think in autumn or in spring, and I'm waiting for it because it will be, as I understood, the sequel, and I'm waiting for it. And it's kind of sad that I didn't film the book vlog for this book, but anyways, you should definitely read it. And probably in the future, maybe I will reread this book. But from the first chapter, you could think that this book is childish, but it's not at all. There are really good jokes, really good topics, and just give it time and read it, like it definitely worth it. The next book we are going to talk is Lore by Alexandra Bracken. I hope I read it well. This book, I gave it 4 stars and I filmed the video. I'm still editing this video, but soon I think I will publish it, so you will be able to see all the points, minuses, pluses, what I like, what I didn't like in details in this video, so you should wait for it. But I can say that I recommend it to read. It's about Greek mythology in modern world in New York, and it's a mix like of Percy Jackson and Hunger Games together, this book. It's not that popular, I don't know why. Definitely worth it to be popular, but not a lot of people are talking about this book, but it's really nice and I enjoyed to read it really much. I gave it 4, not 5 stars, because I didn't like the characters' decisions in the end, and there were some details that I was like, wait, didn't they say that you cannot do that, but in the end they do that? Maybe I just didn't get some points, but overall I like this book and I definitely recommend it to read, especially for Greek mythology fans as me. And also I liked how the author depicts New York in a real way, not only this, you know, pink glasses mood when you don't see anything, no real life at all, no troubles, no anything, no problems, but the author shows the real side of New York and the real architecture, places, parks, everything, and you can Google them and see in the photos, and it's so cool because you literally read the book and you think that maybe these events, actions are happening right now in New York, we just don't know about it. So this book was really nice. And the last book in the list is Halloween Party by Agatha Christie. I was excited so much to read the Agatha Christie book. I was waiting to read it for such a long time because in the past when I was a teenager, I was a fan, maybe even a child, I was a fan of detective stories. But this book was kind of boring. And I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Unfortunately, I kind of enjoyed it because of the atmosphere of England in that time. It was nice, and till the end I still wasn't sure who was the killer, and I was guessing through the whole book. And in some points I was actually right, but also not. If you read this book, you would understand me. I can say that this book is boring. Like, if you read this book, you just, you know, put it on the table and you forget about it. You don't want to come back to it. It's just not that captivating, you know? Because usually when you read a book, you put it on the table and you think about this book. You want to come back to this book. And with this book, I didn't have such relationships. This book is not that long. Like, the format of the book is usually small, like this. And it's like 200 or 300 pages in the small format, A5 format, I would say, or A6 even. But still, I can say that it took me a lot of time to read this book, to finish it, and in the last day I was like, I just need to sit and finish it. And I finished. And I also don't know if I liked the ending because it was like kind of weird. Imagine you have all the events which happened before, the ending of the book in 2 or 3 pages, and you just read them and then you're like, that's what happened, and you like need time to process, you need more details, and the whole book you just read in the interviews of the detective. I can't really recommend it. I recommend it to the fan of Agatha Christie, also maybe to detective stories fan, but if you want to try a new genre like detective stories, this book I don't think a good start for it, because probably you will not like it and in the end you will think the whole genre is like this, but it's not. I recommend it 50-50, because you should be prepared that it will be boring. So that was all the books I wanted to talk about I'm already tired because it's my second attempt to film this video and my legs are hurting so much because I'm sitting on my legs to have a good background with my Christmas tree. Yeah, I hope the quality and the sound of the video was nice. If you read any of these books I mentioned, read your opinion in the comments down below. If you're planning to read some of the books I recommend, for example, also leave the comment down below when you will read it or you're planning to read it. You can also share your results of 2023 and maybe your recommendations for me, what I should read in the new year, and maybe the type of the videos you would like to see on my channel. It'll be nice to know. In the end, we can totally say that the best book of 2023 for me was The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune, and the worst book was We 3 Stars, the second book of the Arabian Sands series. Not a bad year, I could read more, and I hope that in the 2024 I'm going to read more books, and soon it also will be a video of my TBR for 2024, so don't forget to subscribe to this channel, put the thumbs up if you like this video. Also don't forget to check my social media, my Goodreads. You can follow me there and see what I'm reading right now, because right now I'm reading actually good and interesting book. Maybe you will also read it. The links are always down below, and yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you soon in another video, and bye! My legs are hurting so much and my camera is dying from the second attempt to film it.